So if we talk about how to recover in a credit standpoint to be credit worthy to purchase again after a short sale, the number one criteria first is establishing on the short sale, were there any delinquencies from the time the process started until the time that the short sale closed escrow. If there were no delinquencies, no payments missed, there is not a credit issue involved, even if it shows up paid for less than on the credit report, which is the terminology that should actually be expected that you should see on a credit report, paid for less than. Even if there were delinquencies, that's what it should say. But if an individual goes through a short sale and is non-delinquent throughout the process, they can turn right around and get credit approval, meaning all FICO scores fall within the normal guidelines anyone else would be qualifying. You can go right out and purchase again. However, in most circumstances, my professional opinion would be 99% of them will have a delinquency in that process, partially because a lot of lenders are not motivated to assist a seller without it. If most people have a delinquency, one of the first things to do upon close of escrow is pull your credit report. After 30 days after close of escrow, you need to give it time to see how those creditors are going to be reporting it. You want to pull your credit. You want to take a look at how the disposition of those particular liens, from if you had a first and a second or just a first, you want to see how those creditors are reporting to the bureaus. Again, they should say settled for less than. However, if they're delinquencies, you're going to see whether it's a 30, 90, 60 days late. Those are all things that they are supposed to take off at the time it settles. They allow them to roll during the time that the process is going on. However, once escrow's closed and the transaction is settled, they're supposed to be removing the lates. If they don't remove the lates, it's something you can argue or arbitrate with them. You can generate a letter to the individual bureaus telling them that you are arguing this point, that you're contesting that, and you want it looked into. It is not always a done deal that it will be satisfied. It's a very subjective process, one lender investor to another. But that is the best way to go about it, is to go directly through the bureaus, write a letter establishing what the process was. You closed escrow and you want the lates removed, so the only thing that remains on there is settled for less than in the language. That will help improve the FICO score. When you get to the short sale position after that, you are looking at a time frame of seasoning before you can purchase again.